Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be diving into something that I know can be a major roadblock, at least for me and I'm sure for others, and that is perpetually keeping your email content fresh and engaging throughout the year, every month, every week. It's no secret that running out of ideas can be a major roadblock. By the end of this video, you're going to have a pretty great game plan for moving forward. We're going to be discussing different content goals, different content types, and how to put that all together in an email marketing calendar that keeps your work streamlined, efficient, and consistently amazing. Before we get started, if you're new here, my name is Emily and I help e-commerce brand owners and small business owners elevate their business using email marketing. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe and let me know what you want to learn more about. I'm releasing new videos every single week. With that said, let's get started. So I want to introduce you to a way of thinking about your email marketing calendar. It's not just a random collection of ideas that you throw together. Rather, it's the outcome of an intentional process of thinking about your specific email marketing goals, selecting content types that resonate with you and that pertain to your specific business, and only then building out specific topics within that structure of consistency that you create for yourself. So when you build your email calendar from the ground up, focusing on each of these building blocks, which we're going to discuss, you're able to create higher quality content more easily. And you're going to have a better idea of how your email is performing based on the goals you set for yourself and the metrics that are related to those specific goals. So let's run through this. So there are three overarching goals that we can think about for our email campaigns. These goals are, as you can see, growing awareness, building trust and engagement, and driving sales. So the purpose and the format of our emails will change depending on the specific goal that we choose for that email. It's important to include all three of these goals across your email campaigns because one, we want to mix things up. We don't just want to be selling to people all the time in a very 2D way. And two, as you will likely know, these goals speak to different stages of the marketing funnel. So when we create different emails around each goal, we're actually catering to members of our audience who are in different stages of our funnel. And if we're doing it in the right way, we're moving people down the funnel towards sales. And as I said, we can assess the success of our emails depending on the specific metric that is associated with that goal. So as you can see, for growing awareness, we'd want to look at possibly the open rate as a key metric. Building engagement and trust, click-through rate, and then driving sales, we would definitely look at revenue per recipient. Before we dive into how we create emails that really speak to those specific goals, let's run through some content types which will be relevant to you. So we've got educational content. This is all about adding value to your audience. Then product highlights. So this is showcasing your product or service in an engaging way, really highlighting the benefits, the features, the transformation that people can expect to see. Then we've got customer stories, so sharing success stories or testimonials from satisfied customers, and this is a way of building trust. We've got behind the scenes content, giving your subscribers a glimpse into the inner workings of your business and kind of showing them how products are made, how things are done, introducing team members, that kind of thing. Seasonal and holiday themes, so really creating emails around specific important dates that are relevant to your business. International Women's Day, Earth Day, Black Friday, you get the gist. User-generated content. So this is encouraging your subscribers to share their own content using your product. And it's also featuring UGC from current customers or past customers. This is another way of building trust. Then we have industry news and updates. So keeping your subscribers informed about the latest trends, gathering industry information and repurposing that to add value to your customers. Exclusive content sneak peeks. So providing your subscribers exclusive content, guides, access to upcoming products, early discounts, new features, all of that kind of thing. And I've included in here a personal newsletter. If you're a founder or someone involved in the company and you're actively building your own personal brand, and this is very much tied into the product that you are selling, you might want to start quite a personal newsletter that shows behind the scenes, tells people about your journey, really builds like an authentic relationship with your customers. And lastly, obviously, sales and promos. So this is just rewarding your subscribers with exclusive discounts, making them feel like VIPs and really pushing those sales. It's all very well thinking about all these different types of content, but I think it's quite helpful to see how they fit into our overall email goals, because then we can start to select different types of content because we know we're covering every single goal in our email marketing strategy. So this is what I mean. Each type of content lends itself to a specific goal better than another type of content does. So how I always start is I choose 3 to 4 content types, and I make sure that I have at least one from each overarching email goal. I choose these content types based on what is easy for me to create, what kind of aligns with the business, what aligns with the content that I'm already creating. So, for example, if I have a blog on the go, educational content is definitely something I'm going to include because we can just repurpose the blogs. So the idea is it's not to make a whole lot of additional work for you, but it's to look at what is your current content process and how can you use those pieces and repurpose them for email and just become as efficient as you can be. And then obviously the ultimate goal is to sell. So I tend to choose one from this column, one from building engagement column, and then I will include monthly product highlights and of course sales and promos. So now we have discussed content goals, content types, and we've built the foundation of the building blocks of email content. Now we want to speak specifically about content topics that will make creating our email marketing calendar easy and efficient. So what I like to use is a spreadsheet or a Google Sheet and ChatGPT for coming up with content ideas. What I do is in these columns, I write the specific type of content that I've chosen. So I, as you can see, have chosen educational content, personal newsletter, and product promotions. Then what I'm going to do is head into ChatGPT and come up with 20 to 30 content ideas that I'm going to drop in here for each content type. And this is going to create the kind of foundation or the source of all the content that I'm then going to pull across into my email marketing calendar. I'm going to come into ChatGPT and I'm going to use the prompt. I want to create educational content for my brand that will form the pillar of educational emails. Can you come up with 20 topic ideas for me? So I haven't had to give ChatGPT any information about what my brand is because this is a chat that I am using and it knows what this brand is about. Obviously, if you are starting a new chat, you want to give ChatGPT information about what your brand is, who your target audience is, and potentially some of the pain points that you are trying to solve so that it has a better idea of what kind of content to feed you. But let's click this and let's see what it comes up with. So it's come up with 20 content ideas. I'm going to copy and paste these across into my spreadsheet. And then of course, as with everything when you're using ChatGPT, go through and review the specific topics. And what I would do is tweak anything that needs to be tweaked and add any brainstorm notes about what you would want to discuss or include in that specific email. So as you can see, I've copied them across here. And again, if there's any specific topic that is relevant for a certain date that you have in mind, just make a note of it here. If you have a blog, you probably want to align this educational content with what is going out in your blog. So you could also use this method as a way for coming up with blog content ideas, which you could then repurpose for email. Then we head back into ChatGPT and we're going to do the same for our personal newsletter content. So I'm going to use the prompt. I want to write personal newsletters once a month as the founder of this brand. Can you give me 20 prompts or angles that I can use for each newsletter? Again, of course, you want to include more information about your brand if you haven't yet fed that to ChatGPT. Let's see what it comes up with. So I have pulled across my 20 content ideas from ChatGPT. Now I'm going to go through every one and see if it is relevant to me. I'm going to tweak anything, again, that needs to be tweaked, and I'm going to make any notes of things that I would like to include in those emails. And then again, I'm going to assign dates to these if it is relevant. So for example, if I want to do like a personal reflection on the journey that I've been through on the birthday or the 1 year anniversary of the brand, then I'm just going to make note of that date. And lastly, product promos. Now, we are not going to rely on ChatGPT as much for this section because this really depends on your product range, your inventory, and the promotions that you are able to offer. What I would do is I would think about specific products and the types of promotions that we can offer each week or each month. And I would assign dates to every single one of them. So you know that, let's say it's the last Friday of every month, you're doing a Flash Friday sale, or there's a specific Black Friday sale or an Easter sale or whatever it's going to be. You include all of these in here, you assign the dates, so then you have a very clear idea about when these promotions are happening. And you can also get the rest of the team on board. Let's say you have someone doing kind of the back end operations. You need to make sure that these promotions are actually in place, as in the discounts of it are available, the buy one, get one free is set up, all of that kind of stuff. Any discount codes that need to be created, that all needs to be set up before you launch these. So, you can do buy one, get one free, free shipping, specific product discounts, giveaways, all that kind of thing. So you want to come up with 20 product promotional ideas, assign dates, and then anytime you're thinking about doing a promo, when you're planning your content for 6 months ahead or even just a month ahead, you can come and pull from here and you know exactly what to do. You're not having to rethink ideas. So we have got a bunch of topic ideas that we can use for emails now. How do we pull this into something that is really easy to visualize, to use, and to track our progress with content creation, scheduling, and all of that kind of stuff? Let's move across to our content calendar. So I like to use Canva's Whiteboard as a content calendar just because it's pretty easy to use, to copy and paste everything. It has nice little sticky notes that you can drag. I'm going to explain to you how this works. It's pretty easy. Basically, the first thing you want to do is select your email frequency. Essentially, how many times a week, how many times a month are you sending out emails? So as you can see, I have selected every second Friday, every second Tuesday, and then on the off chance there is a public holiday or some kind of special day or holiday, we'll do specific emails for those kinds of days. Then choose 3 to 4 content pillars to focus on. We've just done this, so you would have done this already. Again, this can change as you move forward, but it's really nice to think of these pillars as a starting point for your brand, especially when you're getting started building out this calendar. Identify any special holidays or days across the month that you can create content around. So what I would do is come in here, copy and paste any of these, drag them onto the correct date in the month, and edit. So this, I don't actually know what's happening in January, but let's say, I don't know, it's not Father's Day, but you know what I mean, Father's Day. And then you have a nice visual on specific days that you can tailor content to. Now you're going to use sticky notes to assign content ideas and send dates based on your content pillars and the content ideas that you've come up with. So within each sticky, make note of the goal, the audience, the type of content, an idea for a hook, a call to action, and a subject line. So I like to do this because I think it really helps speed up the process of email content creation. And again, we're going to be using the spreadsheet that we've just created to pull across and schedule content ideas. And lastly, we would use the color key on the right to reflect the status. So as you can see, here's our little color key. These yellow emails are all in idea stage. Once you've started working on them, we're going to change the color to pink. Once they are completed and ready to be sent out and scheduled, we're changing them to green. So then you can track what you still need to work on. And ideally, I like to really batch create content for the whole month. So I would look at the last week of the month, getting ready for the following month, and getting all these pieces of content into green before the month starts. And then you don't really have to think about it. And it gives you some time to do last minute emails and respond to current events or things that are happening. So let's just do one example. Let's say we've decided that on Fridays, I'll do more sales emails, and on Tuesdays, I'm going to do more educational content. So I'm going to pull from the blog. So let's have a look at our spreadsheet and see what we can pull across. So let's choose this one, decoding skincare labels, what to look for and what to avoid. I'm going to use this idea, and because I'm using it, I'm actually going to just cross it out in this spreadsheet so I know that it has been used. We'll come back into our email calendar. So I'm going to make a note of the topic. Our goal is to build trust. The type of content is educational content. Now we can think of a hook that is relevant to this content topic. I don't know, why I'm never using these 3 ingredients, ... Call to action. If you have a blog, you would want to send people there. And subject line, let's say 3 red flag ingredients you need to know. And we can add a little emoji. It's a red flag. So this just really helps streamline the content process. So when you're then going in and writing out this content, you already have an idea of where you're sending people, what the hook is, and you can build our content around this initial brainstorm. So what I would do is go and repeat this for each of my emails for the month, pulling content ideas from our spreadsheet and crossing them out as we go through. One thing that I do is try and batch my content. So I'm always working a month in advance, and then in terms of creating the actual emails, I'm working at least a week in advance. So when you have that calendar and that overview, you then have a really good idea of what you need to be doing, and you can track your progress by changing the status on each email like I've shown you. So I hope that was really helpful, and if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Again, let me know which you want to learn more about. And if you're looking to really learn the basics of email marketing and create an email marketing strategy for your business, implement automations, implement campaigns, and all the settings and setup that you need to do this well, I've created a course that's going to guide you through every step of the way, so definitely go check it out. Until next time.